Hello, Chris Benson's here with Sport on Freeview issue 3. How are you doing? Great to have you on board. So, no frills edition this week, no graphics. I'm going straight into it, back to back, telling you what you need to know about sport that you can get hold of, free to air, free to view over the next 7 days. So the best thing to do, grab a pen and paper. Could just be handy if you hear me mentioning something you want to watch, write it down. And of course you can always rewind it as well and play it back. So if you don't quite hear something, that's a good tactic as well. Right, so let's start with snooker. First of all, snooker Welsh Open finishes on Sunday. Now the first semi-final will be on BBC Red Button, but coverage will go off due to final score. So if you want to carry on watching the first semi-final, then switch to Quest. Quest will have coverage. Now, just to complicate things, in the evening, the second semi-final coverage will go off Quest for the EFL, but you will be able to see full coverage on the Freeview channel 601 BBC Red Button. So between them there's the full coverage, and there's full coverage of the final on Quest and BBC Red Button Freeview 601. But on Saturday you'll just have to move around a little bit to follow the action. The Snookers Players Championship starts on Monday at 6:45pm on ITV4, so the players don't get much of a rest. It's straight into the next tournament. ITV4 do brilliant snooker coverage, and the tournament carries on till the 28th of February, so make sure you give that a look. The Snooker Players Championship, which starts the day after the Welsh Open. On to our next one, a bit of football to mention, women's football. Tuesday, live coverage of England versus Northern Ireland from St George's Park, and it's during the day, 12:20 on the BBC Red Button channel. That's Freeview 601, but could well be a good match that. So England v Northern Ireland, women's football live Tuesday lunchtime, something to watch during lockdown. As for the tennis, let's just move on to the tennis. There's highlights of the Australian Open finals this weekend, of course full coverage on Eurosport, but 2:15 on Saturday is the women's Australian final highlights, and then on Sunday at 1:50 you can catch the men's final, both of those on BBC One highlights only, just to stress that, but better than nothing. On to athletics. 4:10 on Wednesday you can catch the Athletics World Indoor Tour from Madrid in Spain. It's the final World Indoor Tour event of 2021, so that's 4:10 Wednesday on BBC Red Button, of course the BBC Sport website, etc., but Freeview 601, so you'll be able to pick it up if you haven't got a strong internet connection, etc. That's a good way to catch it, Freeview 601. Hope you're following it all. Remember, you can jot it all down, rewind if you need to. So we've mentioned the snooker, plenty of free snooker. We mentioned the women's football, we mentioned the tennis, we mentioned the athletics. On now to the Big Match Revisited. Now, I love the Big Match Revisited. It's on ITV4, and you can catch brand new episodes from this Saturday. Brian Moore presents action from October 1979, including Tottenham Hotspur against Nottingham Forest, Wolverhampton Wanderers against Aston Villa, and Brighton and Hove Albion against Norwich City. That's this Saturday, 10:30 on ITV4. And they haven't covered the 79-80 season before, and you're thinking, well, why is it starting in October? Well, there was a big strike on ITV that lasted months in 1979, and it missed the start of the season. That's the honest answer. So we're finally going to get to see some of the football from that year. Don't miss it. As I say, they haven't been repeated since the first transmission, so they'll be brilliant to watch. Bit more football to mention. Live football, 8:00 tomorrow, Friday, on Free Sports Live. Spanish football, Real Betis versus Getafe. So that's 8:00 on Free Sports, Freeview channel 64, and they've been doing great. Free Sports, they've been showing a live Spanish game per round. 8:00 this Friday, you'll see another one. So, and of course, if you want a better picture, in my view, if you've got Freeview, then go via the STV Player app, which is on the Roku smart devices. I know it's on there. It's a really crystal clear picture via the STV player app. So have a look on there and you'll see what I mean. There's a big difference because obviously it's standard definition on Freeview. So Real Betis v Getafe, that's Friday at 8 on Free Sports. There's another one. I'm just going to go away from the aerial a minute onto YouTube to tell you that there is Premier League 2 action live this Friday lunchtime, and it's Norwich City against Leeds United. Premier League 2 is under 23s, but the action is live on Leeds United's official YouTube page, and that's at 1 o'clock on Friday. So it's great to see, and it's brilliant to see some live football that you can watch for free. So that's 1 p.m. on Friday. Two more things to tell you about. The first of those is cricket coming to Free Sports. The CSA 20 Challenge, which involves 6 South African teams. It's being played in a bubble in Durban, and there's 17 games. The Lions are the defending champions, and Free Sports has got the coverage, which is brilliant. So it starts on Friday the 19th of February and will run till Sunday the 28th of February. So plenty of cricket. It's great. Obviously people getting back into cricket after the 2 England and India test matches that have been on Channel 4 so far. Well, if you like your cricket, give it a look. T20 action on Free Sports starting Friday, and as I say, 17 games in total to whet your appetite there. The final thing to tell you about is Netball, which is getting really good figures on Sky Sports' YouTube page. They've been putting games for free on there. And don't go to the Sky Sports Football YouTube site. Make sure you go to the Sky Sports YouTube site. There are 4 live games on Sunday. 12 o'clock, Surrey Storm against Leeds Rhinos. 2 o'clock, Loughborough Lightning against Saracens Mavericks. 4 o'clock, Celtic Dragons against Strathclyde, and then the final free game is at 6 o'clock on Sunday, Manchester Thunder against London Pulse. So there's 4 back-to-back netball games free on Sky Sports YouTube this Sunday. As I say, they're doing really well in terms of viewing figures, and it's great for the game. So you can watch them obviously with YouTube. You can stream it to your television very easily now with a lot of televisions and devices. So a lot of free live sport out there. Don't forget, if you want to get in touch, you can email chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk. Maybe you've got a suggestion for a sport that I missed, or a programme indeed that I missed. It might be something that you spotted on YouTube as well. I suppose the other quick thing to mention, of course, is if you're missing the Champions League and Europa League highlights, I know they're not available on ITV anymore. BT Sport has exclusivity. Well, check out the BT Sport YouTube channel. As I say, easy to stream to your television, and they show a lot of extended highlights of the games that they cover, particularly British teams. But it's one good way of keeping in touch with the action. They do put highlights from each round on there. So that's BT Sport's YouTube channel for the Champions League highlights and Europa League highlights. Right, that's it from me till next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also to check out my mini quizzes, which have been appearing on here daily as well now. So I hope you like them. I have to do a sport round, won't I? See how you get on with that one. Right, take care. Bye bye for now.